Hey there, quirky people. Today we're going to look at an aspect about The Flash that may be worrisome for the Batfleck fans. Zack Snyder's Justice League totally redeemed Ben Affleck's Batman from the horrors of the Justice League.
Yeah. Something is definitely bleeding.
We were all left wanting his solo film along with the Justice League sequel. While we were not getting both of these projects, it's good that he is at least returning one more time in The Flash.
You really are out of your mind.
The Warners announced his return last year and gave life to all our hopes. But are we wrong to believe that he has a big future? Is he just returning to get a proper send-off? Well, it certainly does seem like this is going to be his final appearance as the Caped Crusader. And that would allow the Batfleck fans to get a bit of closure. This fact has brought a dark and saddening theory into play. What if his exit comes through his death in the DCEU? That will permanently kill off the chances for any future appearances from him. And the viewers will finally stop asking for a solo Batfleck project. When Zack Snyder brought Ben Affleck's Batman into play, he started off as a murderous vigilante. But towards the end of the film, he was inspired by the heroics of Superman. Then Snyder's Justice League showed us Bruce Wayne's transition from a dark brooding loner into a hopeful leader and a mentor to Barry Allen. His mind was actually free of pain. If you notice towards the end of the film, he didn't need pills or women. He woke up on a hopeful sunny morning and welcomed Martian Manhunter into the Justice League.
Well, we can definitely use the help. Glad you're here.
But since The Flash is not following Snyder's continuity, Ben Affleck's story arc might come to an end. So far, we've seen him involved in a deadly chase sequence on his new Batblade. It is nice that we will be getting a bit of action from him if this is his final outing.
I honestly didn't hear anything after "we're all gonna die."
But the theory is that he could make a final sacrifice play, and that sacrifice might actually become the reason for Barry's Flashpoint event. And ultimately, it could motivate him to continue being a hero. Zack Snyder would have also killed off Batman in Justice League 3. But since that's not going to happen, The Flash might bring Batman's arc to a circle much sooner. There are two major reasons why the death of the Batfleck theory might come true. The first is how director Andy Muschietti described the role of Batfleck. He said that we've already seen the masculinity and brute force of this Batman, but we've not seen his vulnerability. And The Flash will give us a perfect balance of Batfleck's strength and vulnerability. Even though this is Barry's movie through and through, Batfleck will have a very substantial role to play in the emotional impact of the movie.
Your kid was one of them, Dad. One of the best of the best.
The interaction and relationship between him and Barry will bring an emotional level that we haven't seen before.
What are your superpowers again? I'm rich.
They both lost their mothers to murder, and that's one of the emotional vessels of the movie. That's where the Affleck Batman kicks in. All this is how Muschietti describes Batfleck's role. Keeping it in mind, it is possible that to raise the emotional stakes, Batfleck might die within the first act of the film. That way, Barry will be stuck with the feeling of extreme loss. Bruce Wayne would be yet another father figure that he'd lose.
Wait.
Can I keep this?
And he would have motive to run back in time and fix everything by saving his mom. Barry was in a happy place towards the end of both Joss Whedon and Zack Snyder's Justice League. To kick off Flashpoint, Muschietti might need to create a situation where Barry is put in a darker place. And this could be achieved if Barry is made to feel the loss of his newfound mentor, Bruce Wayne. This creation of a dark situation is the first reason why Batfleck may die. The second reason is the number of Batmen that will be running around in live-action movies by 2022. It is confirmed that Robert Pattinson's Batman will continue with his franchise on a separate Earth.
You're part of this too. How am I part of it? You'll see.
Meanwhile, Muschietti is also bringing back Michael Keaton's Batman in The Flash itself. In the past, rumors have suggested that Keaton's Batman might play a Nick Fury kind of role to assemble and mentor young heroes. He will possibly take the place of Batfleck in the DCEU. When two Batman will already be sticking around in the future, then WB might not want to make things confusing by having Ben Affleck's Batman alive and kicking as well. That's why they might prefer to kill him off instead of keeping him around for the long haul. This is how Keaton's Batman could become more streamlined with the DCEU if that's what WB is planning for. In fact, when recent set photos showed him as Bruce Wayne, the report suggested that those photos were actually from the final scene of the film.
We have to get back to my lab and use the satellite to scan the Earth for thermal anomalies.
So that could be yet another proof for Batfleck's death or retirement from the DCEU. Nobody knows if Ben Affleck is back for the long haul.
Maybe a man who broods in a cave for a living isn't cut out to be a recruiter.
So we have a good reason to believe that Batfleck might die in The Flash. It could be very disappointing, especially for fans like me. But that is the harsh reality we're gonna have to live with. Then again, no one would really have any problems with having 3 Batmen if their existence is properly explained in the future stories. I mean, we'll be having a multiverse where anything would be possible. Affleck did the impossible by agreeing to return, so Warner Bros. Should actually make good use of that. Keeping him alive might create chances for us to get a live-action Batverse movie in the future. They could also give us a Batman film, as they are already introducing Batgirl on HBO Max as well. So I believe that Batfleck could stick around. And I'm also a strong believer in restoring the Snyderverse. But that is a pipeline dream now. WB has already kicked Snyder out, and they are not even bringing Henry Cavill back as Superman. So all that might be left with us is Batfleck. He should not be taken away from us. Let's see if the first footage from The Flash will give us some hints about Batfleck's role in the film. Do you guys want him to survive, or are you okay with this DCEU exit? Tell us what you guys want from this Batman. Give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed the video. And don't forget to check out some more fun content on our channel. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!